We are back here at the GSL, Tasteless and Artosis. The casting Archon together with Tastosis.
That's right.
That's right.
I think you have a little story about Tastosis for us today, don't you?
Oh, yeah. I almost forgot. Thank you.
Yeah.
I thought you were putting me on the spot. I'm like, I can't improv this joke. Dan. Yeah, we understand one of the viewers got a guinea pig and named it Tastosis.
I'd love for that viewer to show me a picture
of the guinea pig. We want a picture of the guinea pig named after us. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
We're very touched. On to this match, though. TSL Rain won that game despite his monitor going out for part of it and doing
a terrible move.
A big blunder early on.
HongUn did more terrible moves.
Yeah.
He actually had a point where I'm like, oh, this is really good when he force fielded the ramp, but he only had one sentry in there, and it didn't have a lot of energy.
Yeah.
So he actually just couldn't.
He needed two.
Yeah, if he had two sentries there, he force fields it and kills the next bunker, and things just get better and better for him from there. But he did not have that. And then that terrible Void Ray attack into the main with the Zealots just watching from the low ground. They're like looking up at the
Zealots
Void Rays dying.
Cheering like this, and like Void Ray's like, oh, I'm so slow.
We're against Marines, and we aren't charged. No! And they just die. But anyways, there we go.
Get ready. In the red, at the north, our Terran player winning that previous game despite technical difficulties.
GSL lane.
Almost stumbled over my speech back there. Technical difficulties. Down here at the south, in the blue, our Protoss player losing that previous game. Can he win this time around?
HongUn Prime win.
We had a drawing of some rayfish there. HongUn does mean rayfish in Korean.
Oh, that's what the Dorito was. All right. I get it now.
Yeah.
It's all come together. Between you and John.
Case closed.
Yeah. You two are like Sherlock and, what's his partner there, Watson?
Watson, I believe. By the way, thank God John is so bilingual. Actually, he's trilingual.
He's so bilingual.
He's so bilingual.
I think that is a yes or no.
He is bilingual. Thank God he's so good at two languages. But I believe John actually speaks some Swedish, too.
Norwegian, actually.
Norwegian, excuse me.
John.
John.
Hi to all the Norway viewers out there. John used to live in Norway.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a true fact.
That's a fact. That's a John fact.
That's not just a made-up fact. That's a true fact right there. Got that from johnfacts.org.
All right, we got the Nexus, the Gateway on the way, the Assimilator on the way. Terran getting the gas early, so he's not going to get a very quick command center. He could still do the Marauder tech to command center.
Yeah, and he is a wallin' in, Tasteless.
He is.
Terran doing his wallin', getting some depots up there. And Protoss probe on its way to find out what's going on in the Terran base, rather.
Yeah.
It already knows what's going on in the Protoss base.
SCV's going to get this wall in right before the probe gets there. Boom.
And that Marine going to pop out and chase that probe away. And look at that micro.
Nice control.
Bam!
Oh, nice.
Probe
nice job
explodes. Smoke towards the sky. We are up.
Yeah.
1 kill for Rain.
So HongUn in a bad position, losing the scouting probe. He has no idea what his opponent's doing.
Right.
By the way, his opponent is going to go for the factory.
Yeah, I'm interested to see if we're going to see a second gas real quick here. I have a feeling we may, Tasteless. As he continues to not make it.
Yeah.
There it is.
One advantage the Terran can get early on is by walling in, if the probe gets there late, the Protoss can't see anything that you're doing.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the SCV can always get in the Protoss's base because they get the Starcraft pretty late or sentry out late.
Yeah.
You can micro an SCV against a Zealot. That doesn't mean it's imbalanced or unfair. It's just different burdens for the races.
That's right. Each race has its burdens and must fulfill.
Yeah. Tech Lab. Oh, SCV freaking out.
There it is. So,
Reactor. This is
Yeah.
the Tasteless build. He's doing it, Artosis. Let's see if he gets a Raven first.
I'm interested to see if he's planning for a Raven or, and he might, in fact, do that build order that we were talking about earlier that we saw him beat NSP Genius with.
Yeah.
But also it's a possibility that we'll see Banshee. I'm feeling the Raven build, though.
Well, since there's a high chance we're going to see Stalkers with Blink, getting that Raven out would be so good with the point defense drone.
Indeed. But Charge, on the other hand, would be very good against that. But if he's actually going for a Siege Tank, this is the true Tasteless build almost. No, that's a Medevac.
Nope, Medevac, not
okay,
Tasteless
this
build.
is actually really cool. Let's talk about this. We have a Siege Tank and a Medevac being built. Does he know HongUn's build order on this map? Because HongUn right now is going Blink Stalkers. Now this means that he is not going to have anything to see onto the high ground because he's going the one tech route, which has nothing that can spot high ground stuff. So we might see a tank drop to kill any expansion HongUn makes.
Yeah.
All right. So the possibility here is that he has found out. Ooh, there you go. Hallucination going on. So he will, in fact, be able to see the high ground. Yeah, that was very smart by HongUn.
So smart by HongUn. Oh my God.
So never mind. Any tank drops can be stopped now by use hallucination to see the high ground, then
just
blink up there with
make a
Stalkers.
fake Phoenix.
Yeah, I like that by HongUn. A very smart set of moves, and in fact, that hallucination will allow him to blink into the Terran's main at an awkward angle if he deems that is what he wants to do.
Damn, HongUn, I think has the best builds for Protoss I've ever seen.
It's pretty cool builds, man, and interesting. We see TSL Rain getting ready to move out, and he is not even getting siege mode. He's just going Siege Tank, Medevac, Marine. And this is pretty interesting. But he does not want to get that sniped. All right, so he takes out one Stalker so far.
That was nice micro with the tank and the Medevac.
Yeah, it definitely was. Also, what the other interesting thing about this Stasis is that Stalker's not going to be so good against Marines with Medevacs and Siege Tanks. And look at this. HongUn still wants to get aggressive, even though he's seen Marines, Medevacs, and tanks.
He sees it.
Yeah, he does see it. I wouldn't even stop it yet.
Yeah,
I'd let that stuff warp right in. And somehow,
it's a fake void ray.
I was like, are we that bad?
I was like, oh my God, we must be that bad at observing.
This was a terrible idea by HongUn. I cannot believe he's attacked into this.
Oh my God, I was about to say he's going to lose all of those.
Luckily, they'll just warp him back in at home.
Yep.
But that was just not smart by HongUn at all. That's like he decided, hey, this is the build I'm using here. I'm going to use it. And that is not how you should be playing StarCraft. He saw Medevacs, Marines, and Siege Tanks. There is no way that pure Stalker will ever beat that unit composition, but he attacked into it anyways. Now Rain is in a dominating position. In fact, look at these supplies. We have 67 for Rain, 51 for HongUn. And if we look at the upgrades, Siege mode is almost done. More Marines on the way. And this is just going to be a scary army. HongUn's going to have to micro his pants off Tasteless if he wants to beat this.
Micro his pants off, indeed, Artosis. I don't know. Oh, very nice.
Beautiful move. Taking out the Medevac so he doesn't see the high ground, and then hitting the units from above by an instant scan by his opponent. Taking over that Zelnaga Watchtower to see the high ground. Awesome moves by both players there.
This is such an impressive play from HongUn. Even though he made that blunder in attacking over here, I'm still blown away.
Indeed, Tasteless.
I don't believe Rain knows that Protoss does not have an expansion.
And sieging up is Rain. Does not have anything to spot that high ground. So that's going to be a little bit of a problem with his push up here. If he did spot the high ground, then he can push up so easily. But that SCV dies quickly and he's just losing more and more units. Needs some sort of flying unit down there.
So
beautiful
sick.
Move right there.
Oh my
Goes
God.
right on top of that siege tank. And now sellouts from behind. Awesome play by HongUn. That was a very hard position to get out of, but he dealt with it brilliantly.
Dude, HongUn is a badass.
You know, he made that huge, just bad mistake earlier. Terrible play with that, but now he's playing brilliantly. Just, awesome play,
this is the
blinking
best
away.
Stalker blink micro I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, no, strategically speaking, Tasteless,
God.
it's astounding. As soon as those Marines were out of position, he blinks down, kills 2 of the tanks in siege mode. That was the bulk of Rain's army, but Rain, he is retreating Tasteless, and he is going to go ahead and make a command center, so he's going to be pretty safe, go for an economy play, but in the meantime, we do have right over here. A Dark Shrine.
Whoa.
And he's going to, well, I mean, he is saving up some scans, Tasteless. He realizes that Dark Shrine is a possibility here. So,
uh-oh.
That's pretty cool.
Protoss getting ready to engage here.
And not a good idea.
I was like, where'd they go? Protoss also expanding.
Yeah, good timing on that. Just a little interesting for me. I'm looking around to see if he has a sentry. He does, so he'll be able to spot that high ground stuff if need be. So right now, I love this Tasteless. I'm actually loving Rain's play right now. He's making a Raven. He knows that Dark Templars are definitely a possibility, and that Raven is going to just totally negate them completely. His unit composition right now is really cool. And, the Marines obviously aren't going to be as good when High Templars get out, but a Dark Templar is on the way, and he's going to have the Raven out in time to defend that. So everything is looking up for TSL Rain. Anyone who thought he was only cheese, look at this. He is playing a very solid, very strong game right now.
He could get a lot of Marine kills here.
Oh. Hurts a Siege Tank, kills a couple Marines. And HongUn moving forward, Tasteless, while expanding. And there's
also
a lot of tanks.
Proxy pylon.
Yeah.
Very interesting moment here.
There's a lot of Zealots popping out, but no Zealot charge yet.
We do have the Robo Bay here. Robotics facility, excuse me. Another DT coming in. I don't know why he did that.
Yeah, that's
he might have thought a scan killed his Dark Templar.
Ah, okay, that makes sense then.
Curious to see what this is going to be used for.
Yeah, it may just be for scouting and maybe warping if you see a drop coming. We do see this hallucinated Phoenix.
It is a fake Phoenix.
Yeah.
It's a poser.
This 1-8 coming back to life when it falls, Tasteless.
Nope. Oh, very nice.
Looks like a nice little harass. Sees if there's units there, blinks up, and attacks into this. I like that move. Taking down a couple really pivotal buildings and a medevac, and now he's going to have to get out of there.
Oh, my God. He's going to the Raven, too.
Oh, look at that. And the point defense drone. Well, he lost the Raven, but the point defense drone did minimize some of the damage.
Yeah.
That was really interesting. I like that. HongUn definitely came out on top out of that. Kills a couple add-ons and gets the Phoenix, which was actually quite important. If he makes a Dark Templar now, I'll be totally impressed.
Oh, very nice. Forces a scan.
I
Now,
am very
Terran's
impressed.
army is actually better than the Protoss's, but with the Terran not having the Raven out, he actually can abuse Dark Templars.
Yep.
Use up all the Terran scans. Let's see, the Terran has, what, one scan left.
Oh, and he got another
he just
Dark
used
Templar.
it. So he should be out of scans.
Yeah, HongUn's
and that's
army
going
right
to force
now.
him to turn around.
Ooh.
The threat of Dark Templars is too much.
It is. It's a scare. Oh, he actually does have a scan left. I'm surprised he's turning around after killing all those units.
Me. Oh, yeah, he does have one.
He actually could have steamrolled HongUn's army. Well, it's hard to know that. This has actually been a very weird game. I'd be surprised if either person is exactly sure where they are, whether they're ahead or behind. Well, I think they both assume that Rain is a little bit ahead right now. But other than that, it's really hard to tell in such a strange situation from this really wild game.
By the way, guys, send in questions for the interview that Artosis is going to give. Artosis, the Larry King Live of Starcraft interviews.
Artosis King Live.
Artosis King Live. All right, we got Terran in defensive posturing. Oh, hold on.
DT coming in. Do you have a Raven again? Do you have a Raven again? Oh, it's a turret. And we see our Protoss wants to take the gold base. He is getting Thermal Lance, by the way, so we're going to see him tech up to some Colossus. Also getting
this is smart.
The charge upgrade.
Yeah.
So a nice little unit composition switch up here.
You know what
is not to go for the High Templar tech instead the Colossus.
Yeah, I was about to say, you know what's so smart about this is the Terran's going to assume it's going to be a High Templar attack.
Yeah, you would think it would be.
Yeah.
But still no ghosts for him. He does have another Raven out, and it is time for him to attack. He does have siege mode, a ton of Marines, but he has enough siege tanks right now that the lone Colossus of HongUn is not going to be enough.
I don't know if Rain can be stopped.
Yeah, this is actually a very scary army. In fact, the supplies right now, he's 20 supply up, and he sniped that. He almost snipes it. He's got to back up those Marines. He does not want them taking the splash damage. Targets the siege tanks. Beautiful play. And going after the rest of the army. All he has to do is spread and stim, and it looks like HongUn may be out of this game, Tasteless.
That is going to be it. Expect GG. There's not enough the Protoss can do to recover, even though charge should be done by now. Nope, not done right now, I guess.
Nope, not quite. And this looks like it is going to be it for HongUn Prime. GSL Rain actually playing a beautiful game here, Tasteless. I have to hand it to him. He's been getting a lot of flack for the games against NST, but he is definitely showing that he can play a steady, solid Terran versus Protoss.
And I mean, that's, you basically said it all. I mean, there's really not much else to say. GG. GG. Rain. You know when Colbert and the K-pop star Rain battle? I'm thinking about that now.
That's
Colbert
true.
was like, Rain! You remember that? He'd shake his fist.
No, I do.
Rain!
It's quite funny.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. Wow. So 2-1. We have TSL Rain in the lead.
Yeah.
And total props to him for, I'm a little bit sad that he even apologized for choosing ST because you do what you have to win.
You gotta get that money.
People don't like to see cheese as much. I understand. I don't like to play Versa. I don't like to see it. I don't like to commentate as much as I like the other styles. But it's a totally legitimate part of the game. And when money is on the line, when it's very important, do what it takes to win, and he did. And here he is playing macro games, really smart, strategic play.
Yeah.
Not just cheesy all-ins. He's doing some early pressures sometimes, mixing up his play quite a bit. A lot of things that we haven't seen from him yet. And it is solid. It is handsome. Because HongUn is playing pretty good games himself, Tasteless.
Yeah, HongUn had the best Stalker micro we've seen at the GSL.
But that early decision he made...
Oh, that was bad.
Where he's like, okay, I see the exact units that own what I have. I'm going to still go along with this and blink into his main, and I'm going to see what I can do.
He's clearly comfortable attacking me, so I'm just going to attack his...
Yeah.
It made no sense.
He has more than enough to kill me with right now. I'll go on the offensive
that is only a
and
good
lose
move
units.
to do if your opponent is expanding or teching. So, enough of that, though. The game countdown has begun. It's time for game number 4 with HongUn Prime against TSL Rain. Who's going to win?
Delta Quadrant.
I have no idea. Get ready for some awesome action here with Tasteless and Artosis, Tastosis, here at the GSL.